What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today, man, I'm going to take a look, preview, and take a look at this Sunday's NFC wild card matchup. You, the Philadelphia Eagles, the 7th seed, going on the road to take on the defending Super Bowl champs, the 2 seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your bar. Also, if you are a Madden 22 player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Y'all may hear beeping noise throughout this video, man. Please disregard that, and I do apologize for the inconvenience. Well, here we go, man. Eagles and Buccaneers, man. Shout out to my Eagles, man, getting into the playoffs. It didn't look pretty from the jump. Starting off 2-5, we all wanted Sirianni gone. A lot of us didn't believe in Hurts like that, and we just, though the schedule did lighten up quite a bit, we took advantage of that and played some really good football. We changed our philosophy. We turned into a run-first team. And Eagles are the #1 rushing offense in the NFL coming into this week. So got to give the Eagles a lot of credit for that. And for the Buccaneers, man, to say they was a 13-14 #2 seed in the NFC, to me, their season kind of went a little bit under the radar. They was not one of the teams that was. I felt like they had a lot more. I don't know if it's because that was Brady's first year there, but I felt like they had a lot more media coverage last year as opposed to this year, with them being the Super Bowl champs and everything. But Eagles coming in, last week we rested against the Cowboys, didn't really play our starters at all. I think only 5 starters actually even dressed out against Dallas. So it's hard to really take anything from that matchup. Before that, we had the Washington football team where tough game on the road against a division opponent, but Eagles found a way, and the Eagles pulled it out, man. And as far as for Tampa Bay, they played last week. They beat Carolina to secure the #2 seed. They kind of struggled with them early on a little bit, but then they start turning it on. Brady was hitting Rob Gronkowski, had a huge game. Like Gronkowski just made, a whole lot of plays in that matchup against Carolina. Mike Evans had a big day. I think he had 2 touchdowns. And, they get a comfortable win against a division opponent. These two teams have played each other earlier this year in week 6. And I'm telling you, I went back, watch film on that matchup, and these two teams are very different from what they were in week 6. First off with the Eagles, Zach Ertz was still on the team. I think Zach Ertz was like our leading receiver that evening. Obviously, we know he's in Arizona right now. Dallas Goedert did not play. I think he was out with COVID. But the Eagles, this was before we got into our run first heavy philosophy, which is funny. There was a moment where in the second half we ran Miles Sanders like 2 or 3 plays in a row, and the crowd gave a sarcastic cheer because back then we wasn't running the football. So that's a different aspect of things. And also for Tampa, looking at that matchup, 2 guys who was very critical in that matchup that's no longer there is Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin. Darius Slay actually did a solid job on Mike Evans. I think he only had like 20-something yards receiving that game. But Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin really gave us the business that night, especially Antonio Brown. Excuse me. So, obviously they're out. So that's a big plus. Now, on the flip side, they did not have Rob Gronkowski that game. He was dealing with an injury that he had suffered early in the season. So, and Leonard Fournette, though, he is expected to be back tomorrow. Leonard Fournette was huge in that game also. So the teams are a lot different than when they were early in the earlier season matchup. But for my Eagles, man, the key to the Eagles defensively against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is like you gotta get pressure on Brady, but you gotta get pressure on Tom Brady up the middle. Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargraves, Milton Williams, those guys are going to be critical to the Philadelphia Eagles. And for Jonathan Gannon, at times the Eagles play man, but the Eagles try to run a lot of zone stuff and conservative stuff defensively. The Eagles got to come after him. Rob, they find a way to cover. We don't have a single matchup for Rob Gronkowski, a linebacker or a safety that could single-handedly cover him. Probably give some type of umbrella coverage, towards Rob Gronkowski. You got to be able to trust Darius Slay. Look, he's big play Slay. He's a Pro Bowler. I seen on Twitter he was kind of upset that he didn't get more All Pro votes than he did. But this is the game where Darius Slay got to step up. Darius Slay got to handle Mike Evans, because we have to give a lot of attention to Rob Gronkowski. The corners have to win their matchups. Slay has to win with Evans. Nelson has to win with whether it's Perriman, Miller, or probably Bashard Perriman or Johnson. And Avante Madden's got to win with I think Scotty Miller. I don't know. I ain't know nothing about him being out on that, but Scotty Miller or whatever. The corners got to win their matchups, and we got to get pressure on Tom Brady up front. The edge pressure is not really critical because Brady, obviously, he's the greatest quarterback of all time, the GOAT. But Brady is so good with his pocket presence of stepping up into the pocket and standing tall and strong and delivering a laser of a throw. But he can't move. If you move him off of his spot, Brady is 40 plus years old. He can't move. He can't scramble to the outside or nothing like that. So if Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargraves could win their matchups on the interior, it could and if the corners could win, and Jonathan Gannon, man up, don't get scared, man up your corners against their depleted wide receiver core, the Eagles could have success defensively. That's to me, that's the key. Got to win up the middle on the line and got to cover the receivers. Got to win their matchups. And when you look at the other side of the ball, when the Eagles have the ball offensively, is clearly the Eagles got to run the ball, got to do what they've done all year. From the midway point of the season. Um, I seen a stat that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are very good defensively against the run in the middle, like with Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh and all them. But I've seen that they kind of struggle a little bit with edge rushes. So Miles Sanders is if he's healthy, he's gonna play. But if he's effective enough, if he's his normal self and can get to the outside, run behind a Lane Johnson or run behind a Jordan Mailata or get Jason Kelsey, which is what he's the best center, first team All Pro center, getting on the outside on the pulling, the best pulling center in the NFL by far. Get him on the outside to pull and open up some outside running lanes for Miles Sanders. I think the Eagles will be okay. Dallas Goedert is also a key factor in this matchup. Ertz, though he had a good game, we all know Ertz is not quite the player he used to be. So if you add a young, athletic Dallas Goedert out there, that could help. And Jalen Hurts, man, just got to be himself. Just be poised. Take what the defense gives you. When we do throw the ball, take what the defense give you. Smith gonna be going up against Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis is a very underrated cornerback, so that should be a interesting back and forth matchup. Take your shots with Quez Watkins. Rager gonna have to step up, man. You're gonna have to at least do something. You know what I'm saying? But look, it's tough because it's Tom Brady. It's on the road. That's what makes this game very, very tough. But the Eagles, if they come out and they coach well and they execute and hold on to the football, the Eagles got a very good shot at winning this game. Um, I've seen that the Eagles are very good recently in the playoffs in the underdog role. And we all know that from winning the Super Bowl. So when the Eagles are underdogs, they give teams all they can handle. Uh, it's a much different team than it was week 6. So they got a shot, man. It's going to be very hard. But another thing that factors into this game is it seems like it's going to be rainy and windy, which I think helps the Eagles. Now Tampa Bay obviously could run the ball with Fournette. Fournette ran up and down the field on his last matchup, but it takes a little bit of the passing game away, and the Eagles don't mind the game being ugly and low scoring. So we're gonna see, man. We could do it. It's gonna be tough, but we definitely could get it done. Just gotta go out there and do our thing, man. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content about other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.